Hey, what's going on, everybody? Sean again. Thanks for tuning in. Just wanted to do a follow-up video on the it's time to not be quiet about Flesh and Blood. I don't know if trilogy or fad or whatever you want to call it. There's been quite a bit of community support behind the movement and the notion and focus that Fab is a very collectible game and has a lot of beautiful and rare and iconic cards and pieces, and there's still a community behind it, right? That's the whole point, is to connect the collector community, since there's been a bit more separation. Fab 2.0 definitely seemed more focused on fostering the player community, which is absolutely needed, don't get me wrong. But it definitely made a lot of the collector types less motivated to collect master sets or go for high-end cards or graded cards or so on and so forth, because the trajectory of the company seemed a lot less appealing in that aspect. Most of the friends that I've made in the collector communities have been critical in a productive manner, right? So they're not trying to troll, they are trying to emphasize needs that they are seeing within the community, the collector community specifically. And this movement was more so focused on connecting the people that still care and that still want to emphasize and show off things that they're proud of within the game, right? So with that, I'm going to start off with a piece that I'm pretty sure I've already shown. This is a PCG 9.5 Enigma. It's the alt art. It's the Japanese variant, if you don't know. Reason why I'm starting here is that I started Fab playing and collecting back in 2021 when I got back from Japan. I lived there for 3 years, so though this card's not one of the first cards that I've purchased, right, it still has sentimental value to me because it has, it's Japanese, right? So it has kanji, which I think is a very beautiful image on cards, right? And then, the card art itself is, absolutely phenomenal. It has so many keynotes and so many color schemas that emulate my time. I was in northern Japan, where the snowiest city in the world is, actually, so this just reminds me a lot of that. I have a pretty humongous collection, so I'm gonna go through some of the stuff fast and some of the stuff slow. I've already shown this. This is significant to me because it was kind of the turnaround from the Fab 2.0 to the now termed Fab 3.0, where both players and collectors are being focused on. Ultimately, the gameplay and the gaming community is the focus, right? And it should be for LSS. However, 2.0 seemed a lot more centered around developing the gameplay and the less focused on like high-end hits and things that foster the need to, or foster the continued need to, open product. Here's the highest PCG graded Emperor. This is kind of an anomaly in the 2.0 set, because this is a 1 in 10,000 pack card. I didn't pull it personally. I wish I had. I pulled a bunch of Command and Conquers, which we'll see later on. But yeah, this one I purchased recently. I didn't have a Marvel Emperor, so I kind of wanted one. I initially started my journey with collecting, ironically, because I haven't even shown any specifically with Fabled. This is a Marvel Levia from Dusk Till Dawn. And a PSA 10, which I don't really hugely like PSA, but, you know, diversify a little bit. Yeah, I started my focus on Fable because I've always enjoyed the rarity schema behind it, and their one-ofs and decks, and there's just kind of like a unique little, I don't know, I guess unique little fun focus group for stuff, because I mean, I can't collect absolutely everything in sets. I mean, I have I'd say probably a very nice collection for most individuals, but you can't collect everything. Not everything's for everyone, right? So I guess I'll go, sorry, I'm unscripted, kind of just rambling, but I'll go to some random BGS slabs, which is my preferred company, right? So here's the highest, it's tied for first, highest graded BGS, Crown of Providence. It's not currently in the meta very much, but, you know, it has been. I got it for pretty cheap, so it's got a nice corner gash, but, you know, whatever. Not like I'm gonna try to sell it or anything. There's a good old Crew First Edition Metacarpus Node 9.5. I've mainly focused my efforts on the first block, the Alpha Arcane Rising First Edition and Crucible War First Edition, but I still love Fabled. My goal is to eventually have a full 9.5 master set, I guess it would be the appropriate terminology for it, of the Fabled, but some of them, like these two, are pretty hard to find in 9.5. I've graded a few, so is this one. This one's pretty hard to find in 9.5, but I was able to grade one in 9.5, which ironically is the one that I pulled. I'll vector temporarily away from graded to something else that I'm pretty proud of that I recently accomplished. It's my Alpha Rainbow Foil Majestic collection. Like I said, I originally only cared about Fabled, so this is a more recent vector away from that, but I'm not going to show all this because this binder's humongous, but I have all the Rainbow Foil commons. Like I said, I'm not going to show all that because it's too much. But yeah, I have all the Rainbow Foil commons in a place that are more, essentially, and all the rares. I have those too far. And these are all foil Majestics from, here we go. All right. So here is all of the Rainbow Foil Alpha. There's some duplicates, right? But that I recently finished. That was something that I didn't intend on doing, but I ended up doing it just because the market has been pretty cool. So, and by cool I mean calm and quiet. That's what I wanted to showcase here, right? So, I mean, I have some other Crucible of War. Here's all the, not all of them, but here's some of the Koful equipment that I pulled myself. And then we'll go into some raw stuff. Nothing too crazy here. I've pulled most of this stuff myself. And some of it you've seen before. Here's a twin blade that I pulled not too long ago. There's all the goalies that I have to grade still. I will So I'll put them all in, send them all to BGS. That's the intent anyway. Here's another Rainbow Foil Alpha I got from eBay. I actually bought that so long ago that I ended up buying another one in the process of trying to get that one in because the eBay authentication service sucks. Sorry, but it does. Here is some Arcane Rising First Edition Legendaries that I will probably end up grading. And then a gold foil randomly. So like now I've kind of vectored away from doing just Fable to having, you know, some variety. I'll have a full legendary set of cold foil first editions here soon once the collection buy that I just did happens to arrive. Here's some alpha legendaries. Got some tectonic plating, some scab skins, and some bracers. I do have the full set of legendaries with this recent edition. It is a gold foil. However, I'm gonna call it good because, you know, and I have a graded legendary tunic, which I'll show you in a little bit. But I'm gonna call it good with the gold foil because I think it's kind of badass to have at least one gold foil from each set. So I have the tunic, or not the tunic, the mask in that one, and WTR, and then the cross wrap and Arcane Rising. There's a bunch of cool full commons, which I'm not gonna showcase a ton of, but I'll skim through them real fast. Let's see here. So we got scalers, we got 2 gold foils. Kind of the same concept, right, as to have one of each copy, but I managed to pull 2 more raking scales. And here's some cold foil balances, which got mixed in there. Yeah, there's just a bunch of alpha common cold foils and some Arcane Rising common cold foils. Some more common cold foils. Tons of stuff, right? Here's another recent accomplishment that I'm actually pretty proud of. I now have a playset. I don't know if you can see the rainbow foil, but playset of Arcane Rising First Edition rainbow foil Command & Conquer. One of my favorite cards in the game. Next to the eye, right? Has a lot of iconic meaning behind it, and it's just a freaking strong card anyway. Standalone, right? I have most of the Arcane Rising Majestics and Rainbow Foil as well, but I'm not gonna go through everything because it's way too much. Let's go to the suitcase now, which should be the last thing, if you've made it this far. Okay. Here's my Beckett briefcase. Beckett Snob, right? So, I can't really take these out very easily, but all right. So here are my Fabled collection / some other stuff that I've recently picked up. I guess I'll start on this side. So this is a BGS 9.5 Rainbow Foil E-Strike. These are extremely hard to get in 9.5 because Alpha had really bad quality control on the Majestics. All the corners are all messed up, extremely messed up. Here's another legendary that I graded myself. It's quite clean. I don't know why I didn't quad, but still sick grade. Here's a quad plus tunic. Got this from a friend. Well, I got the card from a friend and then I graded it. He is now exited Fab, but still have some memory and some sentimental connection in regard to that. Balance of Justice. This is a pretty hot card right now. I just like having, you know, the the bigger legendaries like Tunic, like basically these three right here, right? These all have all been pretty iconic in past, current, and past, current, basically past and current. That is, Tunic will, I think, be forever the iconic card, right? Shiana, she was my first Blitz hero. I've pulled a number of her Shard Shiana combos. Has a cool story behind it if you ever look into the meaning behind Shiana for James White. It's a foil Art of War that I pulled and graded. It's a 9 quad plus, which I'm actually proud of because, like I said, Arcane Alpha, Rainbow Flow Majestics are stupid hard to get, and anything but 9s or below. 9-5 Deathmatch. I think this might still be the highest graded. I don't know. I pulled this one personally, which was lucky enough to 9-5. Basic, of course, Fab corners, right? So I guess these are going in backwards order, luckily. Just how I had them sorted. We already touched on Light of Soul and Master Cog because, yeah, I don't have them in 9.5 yet. Here's Plague Hive. They're in reverse chronological order, so Blood of the Drukai, Quad, Toa, Corsham, backwards, but whatever. I'm not too worried about it. I could get a quad pretty easily right now if I wanted to, but I don't really want to. I like the ones that I have. Corsham, pulled this one also personally. I actually pulled this one as well personally. So both of these, I think they're a little bit undergraded for, well, this one is not. This one might be a little undergraded on centering. Maybe not, I don't know. Top to bottom's a little off. The highest graded library. Beautiful card. One of my favorite. It's definitely my favorite landmark. Of 9 basic shard, co-foil. I think this is the one that I pulled. 9 basic plus. It's got some gunk inside the sleeve, but. And then I have a quad plus, which I actually got from the same person that I got the tunic from and graded it. So, very solid grades. And this is my favorite card of the game, art-wise at least, is the Eye of Ophidia, Kofu Eye of Ophidia. It is like, I don't know what about it I like specifically, but I like the gold tones with the border, with the multicolored blue atmosphere of the ocean or whatever you want to call it, whatever's behind Ophidia's eye. Yeah, I have 9 quad plus, and then I have 9.5 quad as well. Yeah, big fan of the eye. I used to have 4, now I only have 2, but and then drop it all up. I think I didn't. No, I didn't do the Command and Conquer. Oh, here's Command and Conquer. I have a quad and then a basic, which I pulled both of those. And then I have a 9.5 Heart of Fyendal as well, co-foil, which I also got from my friend that left the game. But I'll still remember him when I look at those. But yeah, if you're a collector in Fab, don't give up. the game is still growing. Community is still here, right? Don't be afraid to be proud of what you collect and what you like to buy and spend your hard-earned money on, right? It's not easy to find stuff. It's hard to source things like this, right? And things like this, things like all this stuff, right? It's not easy to find. People like collecting are less likely to sell. I think a lot of the flippers and the investor types have left thanks to Fab 2.0, which, like I said, I think was needed, but might have lasted a little bit too long in my eyes. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time.